Hello everybody, I hope that you're doing well. We are here with a general and timeless reading. Before we get started, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. I was seeing the Ten of Wands and the Five of Cups. But it also looks like there's a breakout energy too. So you may be going through something that feels a bit heavy, but I'm seeing there's going to be an end to it and the beginning of something else. I think this is that beginning of something else. We're starting with the Fool. The Fool is like it's card 0. It's about being at the very beginning. Not to knock like all of the progress that you've made, but it's kind of like leveling up. Like there's a new level that you're about to begin. It may be something that really required a leap of faith on your end. So you could have maybe done something that you wouldn't normally do to get here, or you could be like taking a really big chance on something, or there just can be something that you're doing that's outside of like your normal routine. You may really be trusting this part of the process. The Fool is usually something new that we're getting into, that we're interested in and excited about, and feeling at least optimistic, if nothing else, about whatever this is. So it's very much like the beginning of an adventure. You look packed and ready to go. You may still have mixed feelings about that. It's okay. It's normal. This is the beginning of maybe something you haven't experienced before. So to have like mixed feelings about it or be unclear about how you feel, it's just to be expected. It's a normal reaction internally that you'd be having. If everything felt really sure and very clear, we wouldn't be starting off with the Fool. So it just makes sense that you'd be feeling this way. I'm seeing something interesting. I want to see and wait and see if it comes out. Okay, so there's the leap of faith here in the sense of optimism. You may be walking away from something, but there may also be something mentally that you're still clinging to. This feels like I'm going to judge myself if I walk away from something. Like, who am I to feel like my journey has ended with this particular thing and go on to the next? So there may also be like a fear of what other people are thinking as well, or if you really do move on from whatever this is and move forward, you may wonder if you're going to be supported. Like that could be something that's coming up. Maybe like, how are people going to react to this? What are people going to think? But I see Five of Swords as being this really like judgmental, critical voice that you may be hearing. It seems like it's about you walking away from something, but it's not just like you're giving up. I'm seeing you walk away from something that you don't feel like is in alignment for you anymore. So you have a reason here because you think that there's something more aligned for you outside of whatever situation this is. So you're moving forward. But I'm definitely seeing something kind of pull you back a little bit, and I'm getting this like internal critical voice. This is definitely buried deep. I'm looking at the moon here. Something being concealed about the way that one is going to take action. You may be quiet about moves that you're making because you don't want someone to like know about it or have an opinion about this. It's somebody that you don't feel would support this thing that you're doing. So you may be like moving in silence right now. That's what it looks like. Because I'm seeing you want to be in control, and maybe you feel like if you include this person and tell them what it is that you're doing, that you're sort of giving some of that up. There's definitely like a fear of this person's opinion. Like it feels like some sort of oppressive energy, or somebody that wouldn't be open to hearing like why you're doing what you're doing, just like a lack of support, a lack of validation. So yeah, I'm seeing you kind of like do things sort of behind the scenes. Yeah, you've been working on something. But I'm seeing you've been keeping it to yourself. Like, you've privately been working on something. It may be like something new that you've been doing. I get it like this, okay? There may be something that you've been doing because you need to do it, and you're going to like take a leap to go do something else. And this, like, whatever else this thing is. So you have thing A that you've been working on, right? You've been doing it for some amount of time. You have thing B that's like associated with the Fool. It's like this new thing that you need to take a leap of faith for. Whatever thing B is, I'm seeing you've like low-key been working on it. And you may also low-key be getting to the point where you're going to leave thing A, if that makes sense. But I'm seeing you've been making plans and like working on things silently. I'm seeing like you have been concealing what you've been doing. And not for no reason. Like, you're not being secretive for no reason. I'm seeing you're doing it because you may feel, again, like there would be a lack of support, or there'd be some sort of judgment about what it is that you're doing. So I'm seeing you be like sort of, this move is for you to protect yourself. I'm not saying that it's necessary for you to do that. I'm saying that's what's happening. There may be somebody that you're working with, actually. Could be working on something with someone. You could be working on a partnership. Could be working on something that heavily involves another person. Looks like a decision needs to be made about this. I'm looking at Uranus, Pisces, and Gemini. You're working on something, but it's taking time, I'm seeing. Whatever this is that you have going on, whatever this relationship or this partnership or this pairing is, where you're working with another person, you've been working with this person, I'm seeing that you're like manifesting something, you're creating something with them, but it may not fully come to fruition yet. It's like still a work in progress is what it looks like. So this means like things are happening, but you may not be seeing a bunch of results, but you have like plans and stuff that there's like a lot of potential here. But it's not just the beginning. This is like stuff that you've been doing. This is something you've been participating in. But you may not feel like you're exactly where you want to be within this dynamic. Like the work is not done yet. You're building to the point of having a conversation that needs to be had, but you may not be ready for it yet. I'm seeing it's going to get to that point, but something needs to happen specifically between you and this person for you to feel ready for that to happen yet. And that thing has not happened yet. If you know, you know. But it's kind of like waiting on something before you say something. And I am seeing a tower here, so it may be something like unexpected or something surprising. An unexpected message. You telling somebody something unexpectedly. But it looks like the recipient is actually going to be the one that's surprised. So whoever this is that's on the receiving end of this message, I'm seeing them definitely not expect this. But again, like, let me be clear about this. You are working on something with another person, okay? So it can be you working on a relationship, working on a project, working on something that includes another person. You're not doing this alone. You guys are mutually manifesting something, but it hasn't gotten to the point where it's almost like something particular needs to happen between you and this person, something needs to materialize between you and this person, or a particular type of progress needs to be made, or you need to get so far with this person in order for a message to be sent out to somebody, and you're not at that point yet. And I'm seeing this message, whoever it is that's receiving it is going to be surprised. Like, this may be very much a tower moment for them. I'm seeing them be associated with the King of Wands, so it may be somebody that presents archetypally within a fire energy. They can be somebody that's more like dominant or domineering. They may be very expressive. They can be somebody that's like a bit flashy, things like that. Can be controlling at times, potentially. Can be somebody like very assertive. It looks like it's somebody connected with your past. So as you're sort of exploring this new thing for yourself, I'm seeing that there is something that you're going to be walking away from. This comes back to the thing A and thing B. This thing B that's associated with the Fool and you taking a leap of faith, I'm seeing this is something that you've been working on. And once, I guess, you're satisfied with whatever you've done with thing B, it looks like you're going to leave thing A and completely commit over to thing B. But I'm seeing you've been, again, doing this kind of like behind the scenes. So these things have been happening. This seems like it's going to enable you to actually like leave maybe a dysfunctional relationship of yours, something like that. It's like a partner. There's a partnership that maybe you've been within that you don't feel is particularly supportive and maybe kind of judgmental of you and what you're doing. So again, that may be why you're kind of keeping something under wraps until you feel ready to take action. And it seems like it's going to be, I think that you're going to be, remember, energies can be reversed, but what it looks like to me is that you're going to take action in a way that's surprising to someone else. I think they're going to be surprised by what you're doing, because I think that you've been moving in silence, and that when they find out, like, meaning when you're ready to tell them and you're going to get to that point, they're going to be like shocked by what it is that you're doing. Looking at Mars, Pisces, Gemini. I'm hearing Taurus. I'm also hearing Sagittarius and Uranus. Yeah, we have the King of Swords here. It seems like this has been, whatever this like workaround is that's been happening, it's all been so you can get to the point of saying something. Like, I'm actually seeing that be like the whole point of this cycle is for you to like actively use your throat chakra and maybe say something that isn't the easiest thing for you to say. It does look like you are connecting with somebody. I'm seeing there definitely be mutual attraction between you and this person. That may be like part of the catalyst for this as well. With this King of Swords, I'm seeing this be like the whole point of this cycle. Even though there are a bunch of other little things that are adding up to this, it's about you getting to the point where you are ready to assert yourself verbally, where you're ready to actively and truly and transparently communicate something that needs to be communicated. And this is a conversation that's going to have to be initiated on your end. And that's going to be the close of a cycle for you. That's going to be like the completion of a karmic cycle for you, actually. You're going to be closing a chapter out. Okay, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.